What's up, family? Man, you guys know what it is. You know what I mean? You can see my breath coming through. Man, it's kind of nippy out here. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I love being out here. This is my sanctuary. This is my safe haven. You know what I mean? Man, this is my school. This is my education. You know what I mean? This is where I ground, where I reconnect. It's my livelihood, my lifeline. That being said, family, I need you to share this video on your platforms, whatever platforms you have. You know what I mean? Man, people need to hear what we're going to talk about today. Okay? It's crucial for our growth and development. Okay? And not just crucial for our growth and development, but it's crucial for everyone else's growth and development as well. You know what I mean? Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. And it's going to get kind of deep, and it's going to get kind of, you know, touchy-feely, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Free will, our will, and God's will. The great majority of us, we grew up in families where, man, we really don't feel like we have a voice. You know, we feel like we're voiceless. And what I mean by that, man, we're indoctrinated in religious beliefs. We're indoctrinated in political beliefs. You know what I mean? We're indoctrinated in beliefs in regards to society and life, you know? And so we inherit our family's belief system. We inherit our family's values, you know, or the lack thereof. You know what I mean? Man, we're told to do this, do this, do this, do this. And as little kids, we're told to dress this way, do this, and wear this, and put this on. And we don't really feel like we have a voice. We don't feel like, man, how come I can't do what I want to do? You know, it's like, man, everybody's telling me what to do. Everybody's telling me how to think. Everybody's telling me how to talk. Everybody's telling me how to walk, how to, you know, everything. I can't even do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And so we don't even feel like we have our own free will. Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. And so some of us, we grow up keeping that mentality, keeping that victim mentality of, man, I'm voiceless. I have no power. Stay with me. Some of us get to the point where we rebel. I'm like, man, bunk that. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. I don't care what y'all talking. I'm going to do me. I don't care what y'all preaching and teaching. I'm going to do me. I don't care what your politics is. I'm going to do me. I don't care what your religious beliefs is. I'm going to do me. You know what I mean? I don't care what your social beliefs is. I'm going to do me. I'm going to dress how I want to dress. I'm going to talk how I want to talk. I'm going to do me, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? Because we have that free will, you know, and we're rebellious, and we're just, man, trying to walk in our own power. We're trying to reclaim our power. Stay with me. And so some of us, we rebel against that, you know, indoctrination. And now we're living in free will. Free will. And every one of us have free will. Every one of us have free will. You know what I mean? You can marry who you want to marry as long as they're willing. You know what I mean? You could work wherever you want to work as long as you get hired there. You know what I mean? You could do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. That's free will. Free will is just choices, options. It's just options. Your will. Your will is different from free will. Your will is your will, and it's based on your likes, your dislikes. It's based on your belief system. It's based on your thoughts. It's based on how you feel. And that's why we struggle with, as kids, we struggle with our parents because, man, we want to become independent and they're wanting to keep us in this box. You know what I mean? We're wanting to do this and they're wanting us to do that. We're wanting to date this person over here and they don't want us to even hang out with those people over there. You know what I mean? They don't even want us to associate with those people over there. And so we go through this struggle of trying to find our independence. We go through the struggle of demanding our will, of being able to express ourselves the way we want to, whether that's through poetry, whether that's through music, whatever. We're demanding our free will. We're demanding to be able to express ourselves, to do what the heck we want to do, however we want to. That's our will. And so often, because we're programmed to think and believe certain things as kids, we grow up a little bit and then we think, man, I don't have to think like that. I'm thinking outside of the box. I'm awoke. I'm enlightened. You know what I mean? Because I understand I have free will. There's some growth there. There's some growth there. You're no longer programmed. You know what I mean? You're no longer just doing what they told you to do. You're stepped out of the matrix. But until you grow further and learn how to connect to God and get in alignment with God and seek God's will, you really ain't woke. You really ain't living your best purpose. Living your best. I can't talk. You really ain't living to your full potential. You really ain't doing all that you're capable of doing. You're not. You can't. It's impossible for you to do everything that you came here to do. It's impossible for you to be your greatest version outside of the will of God. We're going to talk about the will of God in a second. Last December, this past December, last month, I was trying to get my book published. And understand, at that time, man, a YouTube channel, a mentor, coach. I have my own nonprofit organization called Life Changing Results Academy, where I work with at-risk youth. And so I'm feeling okay about myself. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. You know what I mean? Stay with me. We're going somewhere. And so at the end of the year, I got sick, like sick real bad. Stay with me. To the point where, man, I didn't know if I was going to live or die. I felt like I was going to die. Okay. And the trip is, I had a couple dreams, and the first dream, I saw my brother who passed away in 2014 from colon cancer. He came to me and he was talking to me, and he was a minister. And he's always been kind of like preachy towards me, you know what I mean? My older brother, and he's always like, man, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you know? And what he was telling me was like, man, why are you getting comfortable? Don't get comfortable, you know? To whom much is given, much is required. So he's quoting all these scriptures, man, you got to do more, you got to do more, you got to do more. And he's just, you know, just going in on me. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out your funk, get out your funk. You know, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, just snap out of it. What's going on with you? Elijah, what's going on with you? And he's just going in on me. It's like, dude, slow up, man. I'm good. You know what I mean? And I'm defensive. You know, I'm telling him like, hold up, Jimmy, man, stop, time out, bro. Man, I'm good. And he's like, no, you're not. You're not good. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You're not doing what you came there to do. And da-da-da. He's just going in on me, right? And I'm like, bro, slow up, man. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. Defensive. I said, man, look, I got a YouTube platform. Man, I'm a mentor and a life coach to so many people. Man, I got a book that's coming out. You know what I mean? And man, I'm a manager at FedEx. Man, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean? I look at all this stuff that I'm doing. I'm good, bro. I was like, how can you can't be proud of me, man? Just, dude, I'm doing my thing. And it was like, okay, you're doing that, but that's nothing. That's nothing. You're supposed to be doing more. There's more to you. There's more to you. Why are you stuck? Don't get stuck. Don't get complacent. You're stuck. And I'm like tripping. I was like, dang, this dude's tripping. What the heck? Man, people ain't never satisfied. You know what I mean? People ain't never satisfied. And it's like, dude, I'm doing the best I can. What more do you want from me? It's like, God put more in you than this. You're supposed to be doing more than this. And I'm like, okay. He leaves. Shortly afterwards, my deceased wife appears to me. I'm tripping. I'm wigged out now. Now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. Because now I'm like, dang, am I dying? Am I dead? Am I getting ready to die? Is that why you guys are coming to me? I just saw Jimmy. Are you guys preparing me for my death? Is this thing, whatever it is, whether it's COVID, whatever it is this going to kill me? Am I going to die? You know, and I'm just tripping out. It's like, man, there's so much I need to do, and there's so much I want to do, and I'm talking to my wife, and I'm telling her this stuff, right? But I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna die, because I've just seen her, and she's talking to me, and I just saw my deceased brother. My brother passed away in 2014. My wife passed away in 2015. Why am I seeing all these dead people today, right here, right now? And I'm deadly sick. You know what I mean? I can't get out of bed on my own strength. I can't walk to the bathroom on my own strength. Am I dying? What the heck is going on? Why are you guys here? And so she starts talking. And she tells me, you need to snap out of it. Snap out of it. Why are you in your funk? Why are you complacent? She's telling me the same stuff my brother just told me. And I'm like, what the hell? Cecilia, you should be proud of me. Babe, look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. Look at how I changed my life. Look at where I'm at. And she looked at me. And she said, okay. She said, that's good. You're doing okay. But you're not doing what you came here to do. There's so much more to you. And you're satisfied with where you're at. You're looking at your life compared to where it used to be. And you're satisfied. You're comfortable. And because you're comfortable, you're stuck in a rut. Because you're comfortable, you're stuck. Your creativity is gone. Because you're stuck, man, you have no new ideas. Because you're stuck, because you're comfortable, you're stuck. You'll never reach your full potential being stuck. You'll never do all that you're capable of being and do being stuck. You're happy and complacent with what you have and where you're at in life. Not even understanding there's so much more you're supposed to be doing. There's so much more you're capable of doing. We're still talking about free will, your will, and God's will. Stay with me. And so I'm sitting there and the tears running down my eyes, and I'm getting lectured by my deceased wife, you know, and she's just going in on me. And I'm like, man, what am I supposed to do? What do I got to do to make y'all happy? You know what I mean? Man, I thought I was doing good. I thought you guys was proud of me. What do I have to do to make you happy? What do I got to do to make God happy? I thought I was doing that. By the life that I live, by the love that I give out, by the compassion that I give to others. I thought I was doing that. I thought you guys was happy. I thought you guys was proud of me. She looked at me. She said, Elijah, there's so much more to your life. Are you getting ready to die? No, you're not getting ready to die. There's a lot more life for you. You're going to live a while, a long while. But you could either live that life, chasing your dreams, reaching your full potential, or been stuck in your comfort zone. And right now, you're stuck in your comfort zone. And we're here to snap you out of this. We're here to get you to wake up. We're here to get you to understand that there's so much more inside of you. But you have a choice. You can stay comfortable, complacent, or you can step out in the boundaries of the unknown. You can step out into the realm of the unknown. The choice is yours. See, right now, you really don't need faith in God because everything's established. You're okay. But to go to the next level, you're going to have to step out on faith. To go to the next level, you're going to have to connect with God and get in the will of God. Most people aren't willing to do that, Elijah, because it takes them out of their comfort zone, because of the fear of the unknown, because they're not in control. And that shook me up. And the trip is, family, you know what? Ever since that moment, my life has changed. Ever since I had that dream, those dreams, those encounters, my life has changed drastically. And it all happened when I was deadly sick. Stay with me, because that's crucial. It took God to make me that sick to where I sat down or laid down. I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't on social media. I wasn't making any videos. I wasn't contacting. I was dead to the world. The only person knew I was okay. My sister knew I was all right, because we reached out to her, and the young lady in my life who stayed by my side during that whole time. Other than that, I was dead to the world. And that's what it took for me to waking up. That's what it took for me to understand. Man, it's go time. It's go time. It's go time. And at that point, it's like, all right, God, I'll leave FedEx. Because, man, it's great money, but you're trapped. You're trapped. I don't have time for creativity. I don't have time for anything else. I don't have time to chase my dreams. I don't have time to fulfill my purpose, because now I'm stuck in this box. I'm trapped. And as soon as I made that decision, and I told them at FedEx that I was leaving, I kid you not, family, like the next day, this lady from Atlanta sent me a message. And it's crazy, because when I was telling people about the message and I was telling people what I was getting ready to do, man, loved ones was like, man, I don't know about that, and I don't trust that, and that sounds and that, you know, people with all that yak, because they don't understand. They mean well, but they don't understand, because they're not in alignment. They're not even living the greatest version of their life. How the heck can they tell you how to live the greatest version of your life? If they're not connected to God and in alignment with God for their life, how can they be in alignment with God for your life? And so I'm sitting there, and all these people, man, I wouldn't trust that. And have you verified this? And have you checked this? And have you checked this? Like, oh my God, I understand you care. I understand you concerned. But I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me in alignment with God. I'm not asking for your validation. I'm not even asking for your support. I'm going to do me. I'm just letting you know I'm going to do me, and I'm making some changes. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to support it. You ain't even got to believe in it. It don't matter to me. And so, because I stepped out on faith, man, my life has changed drastically. In December, I had no idea that I'll be making a CD, a spiritual CD, coming out in February for Valentine's Day. And actually, my birthday's in February. You know what I mean? I had no idea in December, when I was sick, that, man, I would have a webpage. That's been built right now. Should be up in a couple of days. I had no idea in December that I would network with these people, with certain people, once I got in alignment with God for the next phase of my life. Stay with me, because I was in alignment with God to get the job at FedEx, become a manager at FedEx. I was in alignment to do the book. I was in alignment for all those things. But there was a pivotal moment. There was a fork in the road. As the year was changing, the direction of my life was supposed to change. That's crucial. As December was coming down, winding down, God was showing me, hey, Elijah, you've been in alignment with me to get to where you're at. That's great. But you can't stay on the same path. You can't stay on the same track. There's a fork in the road. Which way are you going to go? You could go this way and follow my purpose for your life, which is to help you reach your greatest potential. Or you could stay on the path that you're on. comfortable, complacent, satisfied with your life, but never reaching your full potential, never fulfilling everything that you came here to do. Man, in December, I didn't know that we would be establishing a conference, in June in Jamaica, where we're helping people heal and deal with some of their pain and their traumas and helping them go to that next phase of their life, that next level in their life. I had no idea that any of these things existed or that these things were going to be offered to me, that this was the path that I was going to walk down. Again, I'm at this point right here. It's the end of the year. I got to make a choice. Continue the path that I'm on or take a leap of faith and go down this path right here. This is the path that God had established for my life. The choice is mine. It was going to take faith to walk down this path because the unknown. Here at FedEx, man, I'm making great money. Woo-doo, woo-doo, I got all this stuff coming in. You know what I mean? Going down this other path, man, this is walking on some water right there. You know what I mean? That's walking on deep water. And I made that choice. And because I made that choice, man, now I have a CD coming out. Man, family, I'm going to establish a magazine. And it's like, I used to love writing. In high school, I was on the journalism team. And I was the copy editor for our high school magazine. You know what I mean? I love writing. I love reading. But it's something that I kind of stopped doing for a while. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, because I'm in alignment with God for this season of my life, I've met all of these people who have inspired me and showed me, dude, there's so much more to you than what you're doing. There's so much more to you. There's so much more in you. They're telling me the same things that my deceased brother and wife told me. And they've never met my deceased brother and wife. They didn't even know that I just saw my deceased brother and wife. But they're telling me the exact same thing. They're not just telling me it. They're showing me how to do these things. They're helping me do these things. I'm going to talk to you guys a lot more about the magazine that I have coming out. In the magazine, I want to bring voice to the voiceless. And what do I mean by that? So many of us grow up and we live our lives having gone through all that we've gone through. And we feel like we don't have a voice. We feel like nobody listens to us. We do all this artwork. We have all this artwork where we express ourselves. We have all these poems, all these short stories, our testimonies. And yet we don't feel like anybody listens, like anybody cares. This magazine is going to bring a voice to that, to your story, to put your story out there so that other people can hear your story, so that other people can see your artwork, so that other people can see your photos, so that other people can understand that they're not alone. And so that you can have an impact on many people's lives, people that you may never even meet. Because after all, that's why we came here. It's to make an impact, a positive impact on this world and on the lives of those around us. My hope and prayer is that you understand that yes, free will, and you have free will. Your free will is to choose what type of life you're going to live. You can continue the life that you lived, or you can start anew, connected to God and walking down that path. And when I say connect to God, I'm not talking about getting religious. I'm not talking about going to some church. That's not what I'm talking about at all. If that's the path you're on, so be it. Do you. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge anything. You know what I mean? When I talk about connected God, I'm talking about connected God on your own. God is within you. You don't have to go to church to find God. God's everywhere, all the time. He's within you. Learn how to meditate so that you can hear and understand the voice of God. Because God's always talking to us. God's always directing us. It's just that we can't understand him. We can't hear him because we're stuck in our own head. Free will. We're stuck in our own desires, our own lusts, our own wishes, our will. And our will overrides God's will so many times. And so how do you learn to differentiate between your will and God's will? Through meditation, through getting out in nature and sitting in silence and going within and asking him to make himself or reveal himself to you in whatever way you need. I see red birds and they remind me of my late wife. And I know that I'm not alone. I know that I have loved ones watching out for me, guiding me. I see red-tailed hawks. I hear red-tailed hawks, and they remind me. I feel my mom's presence. I made videos in the past about synchronicities. There are signs everywhere. The problem is we're not looking at the signs because we're distracted. We can't hear the voices because we're distracted. And for me, it took me getting deadly sick for God to sit me down and have a real heart-to-heart conversation with me because I had gotten so comfortable, so complacent. I have a lot going on this year, a heck of a lot going on this year that I wouldn't have had staying on the path that I'm on. Man, I'm excited. It's exciting times. It's exciting times. My hope and prayer is that you understand you have a choice. You have options. You can stay on your path or you can reach your full potential. The choice is yours. It's always been yours. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.